Today I'll be reviewing the port of the Grand Turk and Caicos and why it's easily one of my favorite ports in the Caribbean. And when I say port review, I'm going over the port itself. I'm not going to go over any additional excursions. While there are many great excursions at this port, you really don't have to go on an excursion to enjoy it. Some ports, when you go to them, you feel like there's nothing to do but to go on an excursion. On this one, you really don't have to. And you still feel like you made a great decision whether you go on an excursion or not. To start off, this port has a little bit of everything. If you like shopping, there's shopping right there off the dock. There are plenty of places to eat. And my favorite part, there is a beach, free beach at that right at the port. You don't have to take a taxi to go somewhere to get to a free beach. You don't have to go pay a taxi to go to a resort to get a good beach. Beach is fine right there at port. It's very convenient. You walk off the ship, whether you turn left or right, there are beaches right there. There are nice sandy beaches. I brought a towel from the ship myself. I laid one out there, relaxed at the beach. It was beautiful and lots of fun. And they do have free chairs there. The day I went, there were two ships docked. The Princess Sky, which is the ship that I was on, and the Carnival Mardi Gras. So both of these ships are pretty large, so it was to be expected that if you weren't one of the first ones on the ship, you may have a little trouble finding a chair. But in all honesty, I didn't really have much of a trouble. You just walk a little further down. The right side tends to be a little less crowded than the left side, so if you can't find a chair on the left, go to the right. Or if you go far enough down the beach, there are some paid for, but you can find some free ones. And again, since I brought my own towel off the ship, I laid one of them right there on the beach and laid out at the beach itself. No need for a chair, at least for me. One big thing to keep in mind about this beach, even though it's very close to the port, very convenient and free, it is a little bit rocky once you get into about a few feet into the water. So do keep that in mind. So if you're someone with sensitive feet, you may want to bring some water shoes for when you get into the ocean. But for me, I'm the kind of person who likes to swim so far out that you can't touch the ground, and it was perfect. It didn't bother me a bit. But do keep that in mind. There are rocks once you get into the water, so be careful as you walk. Right there, you have shopping, free beach, and food all right there at the port. Very convenient. And even a Starbucks if you're a Starbucks person like my wife. However, that was super crowded when we went. My favorite part of this port was Margaritaville. As soon as you walk in, it's a party-like atmosphere. A lot of fun. There's a hype person out there. Make sure everyone's having a good time. And a nice restaurant. That's what we had to eat. I ordered the volcano something. I can't remember what it was called. It was delicious. And it was a pretty big meal. My wife and I were able to split this easily between the two of us. And still didn't completely finish it. So if you order this, I definitely recommend splitting it. It's very generous portion sizes. And they have several bars here. So if you want a quick drink, you could definitely get one. No problem. If you're the kind of person who likes to swim but doesn't like the ocean, you rather swim in a pool, well then right here at Margaritaville, there is a complimentary pool. So you don't have to eat at the restaurant to use the pool. You don't have to pay for drinks to use the pool. You just get off the ship, you want to go to a pool, go to Margaritaville, bam, you have a free pool. So free beach, free pool, right there at the port. It is extremely convenient, which is why I love it. And of course, they have a swim-up bar. You can't have a pool in the Caribbean without a swim-up bar. So it was easily a very great time. If you're interested in a flow rider, they do have one of those for additional fee. Easily one of my favorite ports because it is very convenient and budget friendly. If you want to go see the beach or go swim in the pool without paying any money, bam, it's right there. If you want to go on an excursion, bam, you can find an excursion. There's tons of excursions there. And for those of you who like shopping, this shopping area is pretty much like any other shopping area in the Caribbean. Nothing too special about it, but what I do love about it is you don't have people hounding you down, trying to put stuff in your hand, trying to convince you to buy something. The overly strong arm sales pitch is not a thing at this port, which is a very nice touch because I've been to a lot of ports in the Caribbean, and sometimes you get some really pushy people there, like in Jamaica, in the Grand Turks. You don't see that. So it was very relaxing, great day at the beach, great food, had everything you wanted to do there. So if you come to this port, I definitely recommend getting off the ship and finding something to do because it is very convenient and tons to do there. Well, that's all I have for the Grand Turks and Caicos. But if you want to know more about other ports, I have port reviews of those, I have cruise ship reviews, and even ship tours as well. So be sure to subscribe and stay tuned.